Well, good morning, folks. Mid-morning here, getting things switched around, getting ready to go plant some beans. Dad's out running the turbo till on the field here at the main farm next to the drive. Soil conditions are still kind of touch and go. It's needs a little time, and unfortunately I can't get right behind him with the planter because that soil needs some time to air out and dry out a little bit, and we have absolutely no sun today. So it's gonna be a kind of a bit of a waiting game. We'll wait for him to make a few rounds, see how it looks, and see if we can go plant that at that point in time. So in the meantime, I'm gonna come in here in the shop and pull some masking paper and tape off this cabinet I just got done painting over this past week here. And I guess, hopefully, here in short order, I can go grab the planter, get back at it. We got some rain moving in the way it looks. Unfortunately, it is cool and cloudy, and there's absolutely no sun today. So that is not going to help the soil conditions dry out any. So we'll see how things go today. Might end up being a bust, might not be able to plant anything, we'll see. Sure like to get back to planting. This is mid-May now. I think today's the 14th, I think, if I remember correctly. Get the phone and confirm. Yeah, today's the 14th, so really had high hopes for this year to get the planting done in short order like we did last year and move on to making hay again. We made some really nice first cutting last year, the nicest I've ever made in my life, and kind of set the bar for, you know, what you expect now. So that's what I want to do again, kind of switching things around here. We're going to be doing a lot more making and selling hay around here, so kind of need to prioritize that. So we'll see what happens here with the weather, but hopefully we can get things buttoned up here in the next week or so, and then we can hopefully get ready for making hay. But I'm gonna pull this paper off and I guess find something else to tinker with in the meantime while I wait on the soil to dry out a little bit. Got this cabinet from my father-in-law, and it sat outside and it had rust really bad, and boy, paint has gotten expensive. Good grief almighty. So it got painted gloss white because I had a gallon of gloss white, because when I was redoing the house across the road, I for some reason thought I needed a gallon of gloss white paint just to paint a couple register covers. No, I didn't. You needed maybe a quart, but I bought a gallon. So instead of having to go buy another $70 gallon of paint, we decided to use that on here. I still got the shelves to clean up and paint, but that's a project for another day. So anywho, that's why this thing ended up white. It's not exactly my favorite of colors for a cabinet, considering this is going to get greasy handprints and everything all over it, because this is going to kind of be a kind of sort of chemical cabinet. I'm going to have my paint products in here, some wiring stuff in here, maybe some overflow stuff, whether it be brake clean or oil filters. But my shop, I've got a lot of growing pains in this building here. I built this building in 2019. I built this building myself. I had my father help me, and a gentleman we had working for us at the time, I had him help me as well. And yeah, this has been, this thing snowballed. This was supposed to be a garage, which then turned into a shop. And well, I buy tools and stuff, and before you know it, you got a cluttered mess somewhere. You know, your workbench has got tools on it. The tools don't belong on a bench. Tools belong in a cabinet or in a box. And just kind of had some growing pains here lately as far as having places for storage for tools. So I'm hoping that alleviates some of that issue. I did end up buying another toolbox last week. Going to do some reorganizing in here and try to make things a little more organized, because it's driving my OCD nuts. So anywho's, side note, we're gonna get back to peeling this off and then go plant. Well, I'm just not liking what I'm seeing. It ain't gonna do me any good. I mean, that one's closed good. That one, not really. I mean, it's closed, but it's not crumbled like I want it to be. See how it just packs into a ball. Boy, I really wish we could get some sun right now, but it's just all cloud cover. I don't know. I think I'm gonna give this a little more time. I hate to do that. I hate to waste the day, but it's just not closing like I want it to. I mean, in some places it's doing a fairly decent job, but you get over here into tougher stuff like this, you can see I'm just packing the crap out of that row. This row here, I think I'm pulling the seat out, to be honest, because of how tacky it is. So, I don't know. I guess that'd be a dolly wheel. I'm not pulling that one out. These would be behind the machine, the dolly's in front. I don't know. You can tell looking at my tires, got some mud sticking to them, the rears especially, and I don't know. I'll give this a little more time, I think. I don't know if I can afford it with the rain, but at the same time, commodity prices the way they are, it ain't gonna pay me to go hog that in there and then not get nothing for it. I don't know. I wish I had another 2 days of really nice weather. I'd turbo till this today and I'd let this sit, air out, get some sun on it and dry it out some, and then come in tomorrow with the turbo, or not with the turbo till, come in tomorrow with the planter, but I don't have it. I got rain coming tonight, rain tomorrow. I don't know, seems to do this every year lately. It's dry and then it just turns on the water. And once it turns on the water, there's no stopping it. And it's been, in my opinion, a relatively cool spring. It's kind of weird really to me. So give it a little more time. I guess it's not too terribly late. I mean, yeah, it's 9:40. It's late. It's time to get going. What do you do? Wait some more, I guess. Well, I decided to opt for cleaning the air filter and changing the oil in the lawnmower. Wasn't anything real interesting to do, but need it done, so that job's done. I guess I'm gonna walk out now, check the field and see what it looks like. Dad's pretty much wrapped up at this point in time, so that'll at least give it enough time for me to, as I work across the field, it'll at least have 100% of that time to dry, if you get what I mean there. I'm gonna go out and check the field now, see what conditions look like. Dad's wrapping up now. He's actually just pulled out just now, so he's done turbo tilling this. It doesn't quite really look that much different than the last time I was out here, but we'll see what we find here. I'm gonna walk over here a little ways and grab a little ball of dirt and squeeze it and see what happens. Yeah. Some of it crumbles. Some of it not really. I don't know. Can't wait too much longer. I mean, sky's changed colors, so I think the rain for now has at least moved southeast of us. I don't know. See what comes of it. I don't know if I should go make a round and see what I think, or what I should do. I guess you'll know in a few minutes, or 30 seconds, whatever it is on here, what it is I decide to do.
May 14th. We've been shut out from some rain here for a little while. Yesterday we turbo-tilled a little bit of a field over at Snurs where we had a waterway put in. Had to dress up the stuff that the dozer spread. This morning we did 15 acres. It was a little bit marginal. The turbo-till fluffed it up and got it dry, but had to wait a little while with the planter. So now I'm going to get into some ground that we harvested rye off of. Going to no-till that. Seems to be in pretty good condition. So we're going to see how this goes. This ground seems to be in pretty good shape. It's a little bit more open. There's no residue to speak of except for the stubble. That cornfield I turbo-tilled this morning was pretty well matted down, corn stalks and manure, and it was holding the water pretty bad. It took a little bit to get that dried out so he could plant. He just left to go to the North Farm to no-till some beans into a similar situation that I'm doing. A rye that was taken off there and chopped as well. So I expect the conditions should be pretty decent for him too.
Well, I got that field planted. From the way it looks to me right now, soil conditions the way they are, the turbo-till needs to be about 5 hours ahead of this planter if you're going to do any tillage. Just once you start working that soil up, you stir up all that moisture, and I don't like having a bunch of dirt sticking to my planter. If I'm sticking to the planter, just punt, wait for a little bit. That field is marginal. I think it'll be okay. I didn't like doing it, but we got rain coming, and it is what it is. I got to get something in the ground, so I went ahead and did that one after Dad turbo-tilled it. Now I'm headed off to the North Farm. I got a 19-acre field down there that was rye that was chopped earlier this month, so I'm going to head down there now with this planter. We're going to go ahead and no-till that one. I think that one will work out quite a bit nicer considering it's no-till. And we have that root system from the rye plant that's been sucking up all that moisture over the past couple months here as it was growing, so I think it'll be a completely different type soil down there.
Today, pretty smooth. We had it worked on pretty nice last year, and then we no-tilled rye in there after we took silage corn off. So it rides pretty nice. It rides like a hay field. So I'm in second high, throttled down pretty good, save some fuel. The nice thing about a finger pickup planter, you don't have to have the RPMs up real high like you do with a vacuum planter. But yeah, it's going in pretty nice. The 460, but need something for it to do since we made a change in our haying operation, so got it on there. It's a nice tractor, piece of history.
You know, if you were to ask me about 10 days ago when we started out, boy, it was really dry. It was really hard to see the marker, to be honest. You run through the field, no tilling, and you couldn't even see your mark when you made it around. You're like, boy, howdy, and you're really straining your eyes to be able to see what the heck was going on, where you were, and I'll be honest with you, there's probably a couple of fields I got lost on, but now it's the complete opposite. It's just, conditions right now are really marginal, you know. It wouldn't take but a 10-minute shower and it'd be shut her down. You're not doing any good. Well, got everything done down there at the North Farm, fueled up, greased, and filled with seed by well lumps. And now I gotta go give Dad a bunch of rides. He was planting corn, so we're gonna go get everything put away. Got some rain moving in tonight, so kind of really can't get into anything else as far as field work. I can't go work ground ahead of the planter because it's just gonna get saturated tonight. So everything that could be no-tilled has been no-tilled. Everything from here on out, aside from one field over there at the West Farm and one over here at the main farm, those can be no-tilled. But that one's getting manure put on it first. And actually we're probably gonna turbo-till one because we're putting manure on it. And that one back there is yet to be determined how wet it is, if it's gonna be no-tilled. But I'm gonna go grab Dad, get things moved around, and probably call it a day here soon. Forward just a little bit. More? A little more.